So this is Little Crystal Creek Falls, just near Paluma, about 45-50 k's north of Townsville. The water is clearly crystal clear. This Jeanette navigating the rocks. Walk over there, so I'm actually swimming here, but I don't think that's going to be up in today. It's a bit overcast and not the hottest. One of the pools for swimming. It does look tempting, but like I say, it's not that hot today, so it goes up through there. It's obviously steps go to the top of it. There's just more pools up there. And we go around the other way. That's the road up over the bridge and down through the riverbed, really down through Paluma. There's a bit to see up here, so we've got to tackle a fair bit today and have a look again tomorrow. Oh look, steps. Surprise, surprise. Up at the lookout. I don't know how good it's going to come out on the GoPro, but the horizon's actually the ocean, so it's a bit hazy over that way. You can see sand down through there, but hopefully it comes out on the GoPro. That's McClellan's lookout. I don't know if you can read that there, 1,000 metres above sea level. There's a radar station up here during the war. There's a lot through Townsville up this way with that radar stations. I didn't realise it played such a big part, but it did. And you can see just out there the islands through the haze, I hope. It's not the clearest of days. The walk begins 1.5 k's I think, through the rainforest. And look out for cassowaries. It's a tree up into the canopy. It's quite wet on the foot. It's not like we've had rain, it's just that it's wet. And that's what we're walking through. Will's lookout now, still in the Paluma State Forest. Again, it's just looking back over, always back down towards Townsville. You've got the Great Barrier Reef. We're struggling to see with the islands, but you've got all the islands just out there. And going that way is around to, I suppose eventually Cairns. Port Douglas. These it's about a K and a half or something. I said the walk was. Wasn't too difficult compared to a couple we've done. That's not the best of days today. It's a bit overcast, as you can see. So this is where we are, the Walderman Falls. It's west of Ingham in Queensland. It's actually the largest drop falls in Queensland, and I'll give us a thing of that in a sec. Just to go around and let's have a look over there. There's the start of the falls there. And as we sort of pan around, you can see it's actually unbelievable. Can't really get a good view there. Come around here. Just going back up the gorge. There's water coming down in a few spots. So we've actually probably dragged at a good time because they have had a bit of rain up here. There's water coming down over there. That's why you're not allowed to walk on the cliffs, you know. You have to put signs up so you can't walk on the cliffs because people have got hurt and died, and you think, really? How could you die if you went off the edge there? I mean, that's straight down. Of course you're not going to die. You can walk on the edge there. And that's it there. As I say, amazing. It's well worth the drive up. It's a bit, it's all sick. So just, that's the gorge, the river down the bottom, through there. Absolutely stunning place. We're going to tackle this walk down there. It's saying you need a moderate level of fitness. A bit worried about Jeanette with her asthma, but we'll see what happens. She managed to come out. It's a track down. You see it's quite steep to get right down to the bottom. So going down, we got to the bottom. Jeanette's wringing wet. It's a bit humid coming through the. Try again. We're running out of battery. Just a. You can see the waterfall in the back on the last bit. We are down here getting a nice cool shower. See how Jeanette's been sweating. That's not from the waterfall. It's just getting down here. Woo.
Come down.
And that's up to the top again, down to the bottom. It wasn't a hard track. It was just that it was quite steep. So going back's going to be a pain. It took us about 40 minutes to get down. Typical time we stopped with Jeanette, about 1,500 times. We'll be maybe an hour and a half to get back out. But that's okay. We got down here. That's going around and up the hills, back around the water. That's the little one. That's the one you don't come for. That one over there is the one you come for.
Okay, on our way back from the falls, up the steps and billy goat track. Took us 45 minutes to get down to the falls. I'm thinking it's probably going to take us freaking hour. Well, hopefully we can get back in an hour, depending on how many times I have to stop and have a puff of my asthma spray. But it was all worth the walk. Sorry? And some sort of critter lives in that hole, I expect. That's alright, keep going. Oh God. Have a breather. Back in a bit. Still going.
Huh?
That's where we come. And still to go. Calves are getting a good workout. And we're still going. Ouch. Lift your feet. Still going. I think once we get up these stairs, we've got a bitumen path. Not that that's going to be any easier. Up there, and still more to go. Finally, on the last little bit of pathway, holy dooly, Sarge.
It's a long way. I'm just saying, no, the track itself is not too bad. It's just obviously got steps and whatever. It's just as you come up, it's steep, and they do say it's steep. So even though it's about 2k walk each way, yeah, you do sort of feel it certainly coming back up. But it's just like I say, because it's so steep. I suppose you've got to get to the bottom of that waterfall somehow. But it was worth the walk. It was beautiful down there. Now that we're back up the top, in a minute, we've got 100 metres or so to go. We should take in some water with us. We'll have a nice drink and a bit of a rest, and then drive back to the caravan park. Booking for tomorrow's adventures.
So we'll see you later.
So just like that, we end up in Cardwell. Not staying here, it's just on the way through to Innisfail. We're just going to have a look at the old telegraph station and post office, which is in here. So have a bit of a look in there. That's the outlook. What a pretty little town on the coast. But then they all are. Courthouse. Oh look, something for me. on my job. Now the lock up. I think it's a little bit warm in there. Hey, we're at Babinda Boulders. We're just walking into Devil's Marbles. There's people swim. Oh, Devil's Pool, yeah. Devil's Marbles is somewhere else. I'd like to keep you guessing. It's pretty spectacular. It's like everything you do in Queensland. The rainforest. Goes around. So that's the Devil's Pool. That's Babinda. I don't know, we're still south of Cairns a little bit. We're not going to Cairns, so we'll head off to Atherton tomorrow and out through that area. Since we've done Cairns before. I don't know if that's picking up how clear the water is down there, but it's just unbelievable. And for some reason they say you can't swim in this bit. Wonder why. There's plenty of people swimming up the river further. Tipping to be a bit cold, but at least this track's a good one. Most of the tracks we've been on have been a little bit epic. This one's not so bad. We got as far as the lookout. It's about 600 odd metres. Hope this is picking up as good as what it looks like with all the washouts and the holes for water. There's some people up in there. I don't think they're supposed to be up there, but of course tell someone they can't do it and people do it. This is us going backwards. You saying all that?
Get down there.
Rocks are very slippery. This is the bottom of the pool. Heaps of people swimming in the water.
Do a selfie?
Around. black mountain. Show that in a minute. That's just how it's formed. I assume that it won't be Black Mountain for long because Alan and Greg will be writing letters to the Prime Minister to have it changed because it's got black in it. So we'll need to make it some neutral colour. I'm not sure what we're going to make it. But so far it is just Black Mountain. It's historical to the Aborigines, just out of Cooktown. It's a balmy 32 degrees. And it's actually, these boulders that are just sitting there, it's actually quite, there's actually further up the road you see two of them together. It's quite different. Because it's beautiful in its own little way. So we thought we might come to this little place for lunch, which is, anyone who's been to Cooktown would know the Lion's Den Hotel has a bit of a reputation. It's a touristy place full of knickknacks. A lion. One of the things they do is write the name on the wall. Pretty much everywhere. Floor's air conditioned, no gaps in it. So just everywhere on the wall is people's names or whatever. And roof. So that's our place for tea today, or lunch today.